Alright, we are now entering chaos, a police state, anarchy, and it's not from the people, the citizens. Actually, it's from the cops. The ones that say we are to serve and protect. Now, as a pastor, I gotta remain neutral. But as a pastor, I must say what you're about to see is not right.
In high definition, this is CBS 2 News at 11 p.m.
Breaking news at 11 o'clock, a CBS 2 camera is rolling as chaos erupts.
Thank God for Channel 2 News.
Anaheim. Residents want to know why officers fired projectiles and unleashed a dog in a crowd of women and children.
And the tense situation continues as police deal with angry protesters tonight. Let's get straight to the scene. CBS 2's Jay Jackson in Anaheim. Jay.
That's right. We're on La Palma and Acacia where this incident took place. Now, things are pretty much calmed down right now, but earlier today, the images that we saw can only be described as terrifying. Chaos and violence in the streets of Anaheim. Anaheim police firing rubber bullets confront a crowd of terrified children, parents, and angry residents near La Palma and Acacia. Then one officer unleashes a snarling police dog, which attacks a mother holding her child and this bystander.
They just started shooting and I was with my son and the dog just came.
The man that was on the floor and the man took
Talk about what happened.
They just released the dog and I had my baby and my in my stroller and the dog.
Thank God that the news was there.
It all started around 4 o'clock this afternoon when police shot this man, known in the community as Stomper. Police say he was one of 3 men who took off running when they approached him earlier in the afternoon.
What exactly happened during the shooting, we don't know. We're still investigating that.
But we shot an unarmed man.
The male was taken to a local hospital.
And
but
died.
neighbors who saw the shooting say police overreacted. Then they confronted the officers, demanding answers. That's when the pandemonium broke out.
We just started shooting again. No, we don't have no guns, nothing.
Trigger happy cops, man.
Some water bottles that thrown in the air. They just started shooting everyone.
It's like a freaking war zone.
And back live here once again in Anaheim. What you're looking at is a dumpster that has been set up in the middle of that intersection there on La Palma and Acacia. Neighbors have set that up in protest, and as you can see, it is right in the middle of the street, and it's a very dangerous situation as cars are coming down La Palma, which is a fairly busy street. Cars going upwards of 45, 50 miles an hour, so police are going to have to get out here and shut that down. Meantime, we are hearing from the family of the suspect who was initially shot. They were saying that that young man has, in fact, passed away, but we're still trying to get confirmation from authorities. We're live in Anaheim tonight. Jay Jackson, CBS 2.
All right, like I said, you know, as a pastor, I can't sit here and you know, say F the cops, and you know, I can't do that because I'm a pastor. And but what I saw, you know, how they say the camera doesn't lie. What I saw was unjust and not right. You know, this community at this time weren't even aware that. Look at that dude pointing a shotgun at women and children. Like, what the heck? Like, seriously, dude. And then they let the dog go. Real quick history on the canine, why they have the German Shepherd. During World War II, Americans saw how useful and successful the German Shepherd was, and that's why if you see a lot during the 60s in the Watts riots, you saw how they used the dog and how it was very effective, and they would let them go on the black community. And they're doing it today on the black and brown community. you know what as a pastor in my community, I tried to keep peace between the cops and the citizens. You know, you're going to get stupid people on both sides. You're going to get stupid cops. You're going to get stupid citizens that just want to run their mouths. So I'm constantly trying to, you know, be the diplomat, be the middleman, you know, trying to bring peace, you know. But I've seen stuff like this. I've been shot with those pellets, and they hurt. I've, you know, been in the communities protesting. You know, as a pastor, you know, I've been beat up. You know, my 7-foot cross that I carry has been considered a concealed weapon. My Bible, a concealed weapon. And it's hard to say, you know, I just turn the other cheek on this whole community and just forget everything that happened. But, you know, a young man died, whether he was a gang member or not. You know, they shot an unarmed person, and that shouldn't have happened. Second, the community wanted answers. There's nothing wrong with that. The cops were trigger happy, and they just went out there and started doing their thing. Teenagers getting shot, little kids getting shot. I mean, right there in Anaheim, and I have a homeboy. You know, you got a woman there arresting. You know, I'm sure she really beat up somebody. You know, and one thing that I'm noticing, I'm just seeing Anglo cops. I'm not seeing any black cops. I'm not seeing any Mexican cops. I'm just, from what I'm seeing. So that's kind of up to you. But it is sad to say that some of the worst cops are the Mexican and the black cops towards us, towards their own raza, you know. But this happens weekly in minority communities, and nothing's ever done about it. But thank God the news was there. Look at the cop, you know, can't even get control of his German Shepherd. And that German Shepherd, they're trained to attack and not let go. And I mean, right here, there's a gang of lawsuits right here. You know, false arrests, police brutality. I mean, the list goes on and on. I mean, the lady had a baby in the carriage. You know, they're shooting at people. I mean, opening fire. It's just, all I can say is this is the end times. And know your word. I have a homeboy who is a gang counselor out there in Anaheim, and he went out there right before all this happened, or actually after it happened. And he was talking to the people that live there, and they were telling him, hey man, they just opened up on us, you know. We just wanted to know why someone in our neighborhood was shot and killed. You know, so stuff like this happens all the time. So all I can say is just keep praying. Get out there in your community, know your rights. I'm not here to bash cops. I'm not here to glorify gang members. I'm here to say that the everyday citizen, we are losing our rights little by little, whether it's the government, the police, the man, whoever it is. And so we got to do our best to organize in our community. So stuff like this does not happen. And if it does, it gets treated with the same respects that it would in Malibu, San Antonio Heights, Chino Hills. Because I know for a fact, working in the ghetto, in the projects, in New York, New Jersey, up in the Bay Area, everywhere, I know this does not happen in minority communities. I mean, this does not happen in Anglo communities, upper class communities. This only happens in minority communities. And you got to ask yourself why. You know, you see the guy right there after they shot him. This is something that goes on. I've seen it I've seen it in San Gabriel Valley. I've seen it in South Central, Compton, Watts, San Bernardino, Pomona, Fontana, Rialto, Pacoima, Sun Valley, San Fernando. I've seen it in Hollywood, in the West Side, Boyle Heights, Nickerson Garden, Hazard. I've seen it all over, and something needs to be done. These police officers need to be held accountable. This sergeant needs to man up and say, hey, we overreacted, we messed up. Of course, you guys are probably thinking they could use some other words, but what was done was unjust and not right. This is the hood pastor, and I'm disgusted by what I saw, and I'm out.
To a local hospital. But neighbors who saw the shooting say police overreacted. Then they confronted the officers, demanding answers. That's when the pandemonium broke out.
We just started shooting. Again. No, we don't have no guns, nothing.
I just got scared. I just saw water bottles get thrown in the air. They just started shooting.